Well, starty folks. Welcome to another episode of the Red and Tera Show. This one's news views, as we do's with the dudes. Um, yeah, for you here, we're gonna we don't really want to get bogged down anymore in the whole COVID stuff, so we're gonna just mash it all into one little segment here. Stuff we've kind of a few videos we've compiled from around the world. So, first one we have here is another Project Veritas release. So it's a guy. I think he works as a what would you say, outsourced fucking subcontractor or something like that. So he's just basically saying that he fucking doesn't know how they got the data together that quick and all, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So we'll just play the video quickly
and so quickly.
And that he doesn't really agree with it or whatever. But
the science necessarily.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily like he works for Pfizer, but not technically for Pfizer. He works with them, or as a contractor or whatever.
Contractor
Yeah, so take it for what you will. When we play it.
No, I told you I'm not.
You're not for the vaccine?
No.
Well, what do you work for?
I said that it's a fact of life. I'm not doing vaccine work. I do other work.
But you work for who? Pfizer?
Yeah, but I don't do their vaccine work.
But you work for Pfizer, though.
Yeah, I've worked for Pfizer for 20 years.
But you're not for the vaccine? In any way?
I'm not for it or against it.
But do you think it's dangerous?
I'm amazed that they were able to get the data that they got in such a short time.
Exactly.
So I'm skeptical of the science. So I do this for a living, and I know how long it takes to get the real data.
Right.
I'm skeptical of how fast they go.
You're skeptical of how fast Pfizer was able to get?
All of them.
All of them. They got so you work for Pfizer, you still think that they got the data way too fast?
I didn't want to get vaccinated.
You didn't want to get vaccinated at all?
I had no choice.
You had no choice? Why do you say that? That's so scary.
If I wanted to live my life,
you had no choice.
I mean, of course I had a choice. Of course I had a choice. But if I
we just stop that for a second. So yeah, so the guy's the head of clinical research in West Florida. So he works probably on behalf of a lot of drug companies. Work in his research center or whatever. So he's basically saying there that he had no choice to take the thing. If he wanted to,
it's not mandatory. Oh, that's just like being.
He literally summed it up by saying, "If I want to keep living my life, I had to do it."
Yeah, because again, people say that people are arguing there's no vaccine mandate, and it's like, well, it is. We'll tell people you can't go to work if you don't have it. You are forcing it isn't. You are mandated. You are forcing that they do it or else.
So, and you know the way people will react over it. So, if, he's the head of clinical research. If he turns around and is like, yeah, I'm not vaccinated, I don't believe in all this, like, he'll lose business, probably contracts. So I kind of get where he's coming from there. So anyway, just to preface probably the rest of it then, where, don't necessarily disagree with this fella here. He don't what he had to do.
He doesn't work with the vaccines either.
Yeah, right, so.
I want to have some normal semblance of my previous life. I really did. I'm not denying.
You were forced to basically get vaccinated.
Pretty much. They're forcing the educated class.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, the government is doing everything they can.
I just want to stop that, right? So he's saying forcing the educated class. I'd like to just point out, it was a Pat Kenny made a show, and then there was someone else, Claire Bourne, or one of those fucking idiots, were basically saying that, it's only idiots that are unvaccinated. Only idiots. Only an idiot wouldn't get it. Like, basically, they've targeted the educated class here. But if you look at the research or whatever on it, on the numbers, you're more likely, it's the more likely people to turn down taking a vaccine are people with PhDs who've been through college and stuff like that. So you can see why they're targeting the educated class, and they're boxing them in. So you can't go to college, you can't go to work, you can't, you know what I mean? That's why these mandates are coming in. It's to force the educated class more so than the the people who don't work and stay at home and all the idiots that you know, the likes of Pat Kenny and all that pointing about, they're not really the worry. They want to get anyone who works within the system vaccinated. That's what you can see what they're pushing for. Anyway, so just wanted to interject there with that.
Make it impossible if you're college educated or whatever and you're not vaccinated. But the government's going to, if you don't get it. And I think it's terrible, but we're out of power.
And you work for what?
That has nothing to do with it.
Or you work for Pfizer?
I've worked there for 20 years. By the way, I take their money.
You take Pfizer's money?
Yes. And they're not telling me what to do. I take their money. And they're one of like 30 companies I work with. By the way, I will tell you, drug companies in general are up, and I'm one of the few people that actually gets to take drug company money. But you know how hard that is to do? Not have them take your money, like insurance or whatever. I take their money, and they pay me a lot of money to do shit for that, which we do, and we don't lie, cheat, or anything. We tell them 100%. You take this thing, your arm falls off, you grow hives, you're infertile. We tell them that, and the government.
Yikes.
Yeesh.
He doesn't pull any punches there, does he?
He kind of got a bit towards the end. And I think that's what you can
get your money. Get your money.
Yeah, there's a bit of honesty.
Yeah.
In it, you know, it doesn't seem like it's. I know people will say, "Oh, like it's." That's just a fella venting. Like he's been wanting to say this probably, and he can't say it to anybody. He's just saying this.
See, you don't know whether he knew he was being recorded there or not either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it could be a setup. But again, you have to. But again, you can say that about anything like so. You have to take it for what it most likely is. Like,
right. The next video here. KO'd by jab. I think this is based in Canada, but I could be wrong. So basically, it's an on-street pop-up inoculation center or whatever, and it's a couple of guys with megaphones outside doing the jibber jabber against the jibber jabber, and then all hell ensues.
Laws stop a woman in Capel Common, and we know what happened after that. So they give you these laws where they stop and ask for your papers.
Oh, you're right.
Hey, is that officer?
You're right. Don't look well.
You're right.
Don't look well.
Looks like a fit or something. Looks like a
Should be laughing.
seizure. Oh fuck. It's all going. Is this? Have you just jabbed this person? Have you just jabbed this person?
Turn that camera off, show some respect.
Have you just jabbed this person though?
That's the UK, is it?
That's fucking mental, bruv. We're getting people fitting outside the jabbing place, yo. People fitting outside the thing, mate. What does that mean? We said this was a death bus, mate. Said this is a death bus. Legit said this was a death bus. Legit said this is a death bus. You're fucking killing people, mate. You lot are legit killing.
You're not going to say to him, will you stop it? I was like,
will you stop it? Stop, like,
I'm not the problem here for a second.
Yeah. Show some respect. Show some respect. Dropped after walking out.
Next in the queue.
Like, you can literally see the look on the young one's face who's next, and she's like,
do you know what?
I wouldn't mind.
I got mine yesterday, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I have an appointment. I'll be back in a few minutes. No, you could literally see, like, it'd be like, yeah, oh, real sorry about that. Next, sorry for the delay. Next, in you come, and it'd be like, yeah, because they're. Yeah.
Now again, I'd say the chances of it happening to you are quite slim. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
The chances of it happening to are quite slim.
Now, like your man said in the previous video, though, they've got, where have they got this data from? There is no long-term data. There is no sustain. So you might be all right today. How are you going to be in 6 months? We don't know yet. How are you going to be in a year's time? We don't know yet. How are you going to be in 5 years' time? We don't know yet. Other people would say, yeah, but all the data says it's safe. And if you don't get it, how are you going to be in 6 months' time, a year, blah, 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 blah. So there's two sides of the argument. I'm not fucking pushing it towards either side. We're just bringing you these videos as we find them. But they're hilarious. The last one is, don't be lax, get your vax. So this one's from New Zealand, Australia. It's kind of baffling. I'll just play it.
Say New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah. Auckland, New Zealand. You might have to listen.
Just a quick message from us. Norway Parada. There's a pop-up vaccination centre just at Henderson Valley Road. Come through and protect our farmers. Free hot chocolates, free coffees. There won't be any left if you don't come down. So I guess you should start making your way right now, way. Come on, get out of our beds. Don't be lax and give vax.
Come on, get out of that bed. Don't be lax and get a vax. I wonder, is that the pop-up centre that your man just dropped from then around the corner?
Never know, yeah.
Like, imagine, like, what is the world to send it into where they have this lady going around the car going, come on, there's going to be free chocolates, free coffee. Come on, get out of bed. Don't be lax.
Come get a coffee and a chocolate and maybe get vaccinated.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
No, that was a bit English. I can't really do a female New Zealander.
Yeah.
I would do a female New Zealander.
I've got to do what I've got to do.
Right,
I'm going to get a cup of tea. And I'm gonna get my vax. That's as good as I got. But there was another video actually I would have liked. I couldn't get me fucking hands on it now. But I don't know if you've seen it, Red. It's in Australia, and you have two coppers knocking at this guy's door, and they're pulling out folders, and it's like, have you been to a protest 6 months ago when protesting was illegal? And the guy's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what you mean? Was I at a fucking protest 6 months ago? What's that got to do with anything? Well, we're just here to ascertain if you've been to a protest in the last 6 months. He's like, what the fuck has it got to do with you? Like, what if I was? Like, yeah. You haven't seen that video, no?
Oh.
I wish I could have got it. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's actually on. If people want to jump onto my Twitter account, a lad shared it with me with the tagline from I think it was Unlimited Limitations, like you'd be called a terrorist for writing on your Facebook page or something like that, you know what I mean? So it was kind of appropriate. But yeah, the guy's like, I don't know, I don't recall, like, what the fuck has it got to do with you? Anyway, like, there was a BLM march 2 weeks before that, at all their gas, like, and they're like, well, we don't know if they broke the law, we might have been, you know? It's like, what the fuck are you doing, like, knocking at gaffs with fucking folders, printouts of Facebook fucking posts, going to a protest 6 months ago, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
But I think that's
so. And the guy's thing about this is that everyone is just ignoring, like, everyone that's kind of all this, like, you know, I'm not saying even pro-vax, but yeah, all the kind of that are real kind of people that are making fun of the people who aren't vaccinated or don't want to get vaccinated or can't get vaccinated. Those people are just completely ignoring this shit. Like, it's fine. That's fine. It's only it's only 14 days. It's only a man. It's only a lockdown.
They remind me of the people who
it's only
voted for Biden.
It's only the guy that's on the door with
no, it's like the ones, you know, who voted for Biden and are literally like, no, the economy's not tanking. You know, everything's all right. Biden's perfectly fine, you know, and they're kind of like inside, they're, oh, how do I get out of this or that? Fuck, you know what I mean? Can I delete all my Facebook posts where I supported this guy? Like,
no, they just pretend that they never cared about politics. It's mental. Donald Trump, they were all fucking activists. They were all political. Like, they all knew everything. And then as soon as Biden gets in and they see all the shit that because again, that's what I'm saying. The anti-Trumpers are the most disingenuous dickheads on the planet, and I knew this would happen.
Say what you feel, Red. Say what you feel.
No, I knew this would happen.
This is a safe space.
And this is why I've never been pro-Trump, but always anti-Trumpers, because I knew this day would come. It was like all the stuff that they were coming up with Donald Trump, they didn't care about. They were just using it as a stick to beat Donald Trump. They didn't care, and they pretended to care, and they were using issues that are issues, and they were using that just for this, because now it's happening and it's 20 times worse across the board, and because you voted for it, all of a sudden you're just going to pretend you don't care about it anymore. But when Donald Trump was involved, was in charge, you really cared about these issues so much.
14 days to flatten the curve, Red. 14 days.
And now look at you, it's not a peep.
So anyway, we'll wrap up this segment with we had to do a bit on COVID. It's hard not to. So we'll condense it into a little segment. You can get your quick update of COVID. Also, shout out to Colin Robinson after fucking making a mug out of the Irish fucking media. So we leave it there, and we'll catch you for the next segment. Peace out.